Hi, I'm Tiffany Devon, and I'm going to be sharing with you why it takes faith to move on your dreams. I've always been a writer from the time I was a little kid, and when I started really working on publishing my first book, there was this scripture that I was really meditating on. It comes from the Bible, Matthew 17, verse 20. And I'm going to read it from, because I wrote it down, and because I kind of paraphrased it enough for me to remember it, but I want to read it verbatim so that you can get it. It says, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. And so after I read this scripture, I became curious as to what is a mustard seed and how big is a mustard seed. So I went to my mother and I asked her, I said, Mom, what is a mustard seed? And she began explaining to me what it is. And I said, do you have any in your kitchen cabinet? She said, yeah. So I went to the kitchen cabinet and I found some mustard seeds. Now I don't have it with me, but a mustard seed is so tiny. If you haven't seen what an actual mustard seed is, maybe you can Google it and actually see what it looks like. But it's really, really, really tiny. And what I did was I took the mustard seed and I glued it on a postcard. And I put this scripture that I just read to you on the postcard to inspire myself about when I was writing my book. And I'm telling you, you need to see what a mustard seed really looks like, because it will illustrate that scripture even more. So when I was writing my first book, I came across a lady who had wrote her book. She's now my aunt now, but at the time she was, which later became my mentor. And I gave the first 3 to 4 chapters to her, and I didn't have any money. I didn't know how I was going to pay her. So I gave it to her. I just said, okay, Tiff, step out and do this. So I handed it to her. And about a week later, she called me and she says, I finished the first 3-4 chapters of your book. And you know, she gave me the balance of what I owed her, which was $280. And I said, okay, all right. And I got off the phone and I immediately was like, I don't have this money to pay her. Where am I going to get it from? And I just immediately went into my prayer closet and I said, God, I feel so foolish. Here it is. I stepped out here on faith. I can't tell her that I don't have the money to pay her. Where am I going to get this money from? So I called my brother and I explained the situation to him. He said, Tiff, don't worry about it. I actually have something for you when you get off work. Come by and see me. So I went and saw him. My brother had 2 writing assignments for me. And one of the writing assignments was I was going to be writing content for a business that needed web content for their website. And guess what the name of the business was called? Mustard Seeds. And then on top of that, it gets even better. The cost of what I was going to get paid for those 2 writing assignments was $280. The exact amount of what I owed for her editing my book. That blew me away. I didn't even know what to say. And I said, okay, God, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. And so what I tell you is that I just continue to move forward on faith, writing my book. And voila, here it is. 3 guys later. It is my first novel that I published in 2006. I mean, this really is like my baby, you know. I mean, to have something be written out, handwritten, typed, and then actually to take it from here to there was just like a dream come true for me. And like I said, it's called Three Guys Later. And you can see it really is me on the back. Hello, you see me? Yes. And no, I did not glue somebody else's picture on the back of a book. It's mine, baby, mine. Okay. And so if you're interested in getting this book, you can message me on Facebook under my fan page, Tiffany Devon, TiffanyDevonne. And I share this with you to say this, that when it comes to your dreams, you have to be persistent and you can't give up, no matter what obstacles come your way. Now, just because I did receive that confirmation from God that to just keep walking into my dream, I did face obstacles, but I kept moving and I kept pressing, and eventually I had this book. So this is what you have to do too. You have to keep moving forward. Even when you don't feel like you have the money is there. It's just waiting for you to take that first step. But as long as you stay stuck on the sidelines saying, oh, I don't have it, and never move, you'll never see who's out there that's going to bless you. And what if I had never gave the first few chapters to her? This probably may not have existed a whole almost 7-8 years later. So you got to move, because as you keep moving, things are going to keep coming your way. So have faith the size of a mustard seed, and check out what a mustard seed looks like, because I'm telling you, it doesn't take much, just a little faith. He said you can move mountains. Okay, now when he said mustard seed, he didn't say have faith the size of a bowling ball. He didn't say have faith the size of a baseball. He said a mustard seed, just a little bit of faith, just a little bit. Even when you want to quit and give up, just grab onto that little piece of mustard seed faith, and you'll be able to speak to mountains. You'll be able to move to mountains. You'll be able to jump a mountain. Who knows what else you can do with your faith? Just keep it moving, keep believing, keep pressing.